And Shaban is with us. Morning, Shaban.
Oh,
good morning, Shaban.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Gabby. Yeah, good to be with you, actually. We've got a nice wee look at today's back pages. You were talking about the positivity of the press, and it's fairly positive looking at the back pages today for you. Here in the UK, the Sun going for there, and then it's scored out. It's coming home. Hero Jude. We were 30 seconds from feeling like we let you down. Pictures of him punching at the ground, that relief on his face after scoring that worldie last night. The overhead kick is the picture on the back page of the Times with the headline "Saved by the Bell." Similar headline back page of the Express and the Mirror today. Whereas the Daily Mail going for the saviour, breathtaking goal, rescues England, then Jude hits back at the critics. Jeff, I was hearing you saying there about the positivity around a lot of the fans and the media, but I was actually thinking about Jude Bellingham in the bubble, in the situation of being in an England camp. He's not surrounded by the newspapers. He doesn't have those papers to hand. He has his phone and the apps, and they can be pretty toxic, can't they, Gabby? I mean, you love your Instagram and your Twitter. You can see what it's like when they're sitting just scrolling, and he must be thinking, I need to say something back to this tripe.
Yeah, I understand that, Shaban. Like I said, I've been there. You know, you can see the negativity and the criticism, but sometimes you have to look at yourselves as players and think, you know what? The fans and the media are right. We're poor. Like, I woke up this morning, Shaban, I'm not over the moon, to be honest. I'm happy we've qualified, but it was a rubbish performance again. You know, we showed nothing for 90 minutes, no intensity, you know. Players not wanting to get on the ball in the right positions, no game plan, can't get past a low block. So players have to take the criticism when it's fair. This is fair criticism from fans and from the media.
I mean, let's be honest, Shaban, the only real positive that came out of last night was the fact that we came back and won. But then you go on and watch Spain against Georgia, you know, a few minutes later, and look at the way Spain went about their job, especially in the second half. And even when they were 4-1 up, that wasn't good enough for them. They are going for more and more and more. Even when we got 2-1 up with Harry Kane's goal, what did we do then? We sat back and we hung on for the last 28 minutes.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It wasn't inspiring to watch, but the result is the main thing here. But when you look at the possibility of getting to a final, shall we say, for England and meeting the likes of, say, Spain or Germany, I think there's a lot of probably worry unless they can up their game and up their performance before then, because that's the thing with that squad. It's frustrating. Even as a Scots person, you're looking and going, what a brilliantly astonishing squad, yet they're not playing like that. There's good pieces in the papers too. The Sun has the goals pull out. There's a lot of focus on the France-Belgium game tonight. It's live on talkSPORT from 5 o'clock. And then the Euros pull out inside the Times as well. That's going with the headline, "We have liftoff," and the picture of Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham doing their celebration. Jeff, Gabby, do you think this is the moment that England needed, that fear of nearly going out, to say, let's take this thing by the scruff of the neck and let's turn our performances around?
I really hope so, Shaban. I really, really hope so. But like Jeff just says, the only positive yesterday was Jude Bellingham's overhead kick. For me, watching that game, I'm watching a manager on the sideline, sitting down, second half, just sitting down and letting this happen, you know, making a change. It took him to the 66th minute to make one change, the 87th minute to make another change, 84th minute, sorry. Then Ivan Toney got 3 minutes. This manager doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. Honestly, like, Gareth Southgate hasn't got a clue.
I mean, we were sitting in the Veltons Arena last night, Shaban, and I remember when we went behind, I said to Gabby then, I said, this could be just the kick up the backside that we need. Now we realise we have to perform if we're going to get through. Did we perform? No, we did not. No, we did not. We were, you know, in my opinion, and I'm a layman, I'm not a professional or an ex-professional like Gabby, it was pretty dreadful. And, you know, Slovakia, for much of the game, passed the ball better than us. They defended for their lives. And until his goal, I think people at home would have been scratching their heads as to why Harry Kane was still on the field. And he got his goal, Gabby, and that's what he's there to do. I get that completely. But his contribution before that was negligible.
He's not doing anything. He's not holding the ball up. He's not running in behind. He's not looking a threat. Carl Walker, Shaban, worst performance I've seen him having an England shirt. He was dreadful first half. He wasn't overlapping second half. You know, Foden, it's not working on the left. How many times do we have to say this to Gareth Southgate? Foden's not working on the left. Eze comes on and does more in 5 minutes than Foden's done all tournament.
I can feel
Make
your
the right changes to the next game. Start the right players. Saka's not running in behind, always short. Take him off. Bring on Palmer earlier. Bring on Bowen even. Anyone that's going to take a player on. So the frustration from the media and the fans is we've got this group of players who aren't performing. And look at the route we've got, Shaban. And luckily, with a great finish from Bellingham, we've got through to extra time, and Harry Kane's got the winner.
Yep. Very good point, Gabby. By the way, if you want to look ahead to the Swiss game, there's a good piece inside the Mail today by Ian Herbert looking ahead to that team and, to be fair, how informed they are. There's also a good piece by Carricker inside the Daily Telegraph. England Late Show has changed how history will view Southgate. Will he be able to make that change for himself against Switzerland and through the remainder of the tournament? But just moving on slightly now from the England game into the Sun today, Graham Bryce doing a piece on transfers. How much is that doogie in the window? 50 million saves Villa from RAP. Aston Villa have avoided a potential points deduction next season after raking in 50 million by selling Douglas Luiz to Juventus. Gabby, how do you feel about seeing the back of Douglas Luiz?
I think I'll speak for every Villa fan. Upset, to be honest, because he's been outstanding since he come to Aston Villa. Last season, he was scoring goals, he was making things happen for Aston Villa. He'll be hugely missed.
Yep.
But this is the problem with these rules, Shaban. Teams like Aston Villa, teams like Newcastle have got to sell some of their better players. But hopefully now that they've got that money in, they could start making more transfers now and trying to fill that hole with Douglas Luiz gone.
Yeah, it's a big hole to fill though, isn't it, Gabby?
Yeah.
And you're right, because Newcastle and then Villa, they scramble into Champions League places after so many years out in the wilderness. And then what happens? Because of PSR, they got to sell their best players. And consequently, as Newcastle did last season, struggle to maintain that top 4 slot.
Yeah,
it's just frustrating because Villa would want to go again this summer. Douglas Luiz is not one player that any Aston Villa fan thought would be the one that was sacrificed, but maybe that his contract's coming to an end as well. I think he's got a couple of years left, maybe played into it. But every club's scrambling, Shaban. Yesterday every club's trying to get these players sold to beat these rules. No one wants to start the season with a 6 or 10 point deduction.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. And even Aston Villa, like we said yesterday, Jeff, selling Kellerman for 20 million. It's like a piece of meat. Okay, we're going to choose you. You're going to go to Chelsea, 20 million. Are you going to play at Chelsea? I doubt it, but he can't turn down that move. So it's a shambles, these rules, and hopefully something can be done in the future.
Thanks, Gabby. Thanks, Shaban.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shaban.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.